Hey YouTube, this is Primetime Pokemon. In this video, I'll be doing some Pokemon TCG online gameplay. I'll be battling with a Zapdos and Jolteon GX deck. This particular deck placed 6th at the Denver Regional Championships. I have had some fun with this deck on the online TCG. It is a very quick attacking deck, so you're able to win some games very quickly. So I'll head on over to the online TCG, give the general strategy as well as the deck checklist, then get into battling. So here is a look at the Jolteon GX and Zapdos deck on the online TCG. General strategy with this deck is to attack very quickly. The best way to do that would be to attack with Zapdos. If you move Zapdos from the bench to the active Pokemon spot before attacking, it does 80 damage for only 1 lightning energy. Something to remember in this deck, Thunder Mountain Prism Star will reduce the energy cost of lightning type Pokemon by 1, and then Electropower will increase lightning type Pokemon's attacks by 30. The other main attacker in this deck would be Jolteon GX. For only essentially 1 energy card, it can do 110 damage, plus it has a free retreat cost. You can set up Jolteon GX turn 1 with the ability on Eevee. The most powerful attacker in this deck would be Tapu Koko GX. Its GX attack does 50 damage times the amount of energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. A way to accelerate energy into play would be by using Tapu Koko Prism Star. Jirachi is a great way to take a look at additional trainers each and every turn. And then as far as the other cards go, Zeraora GX is for its ability, allowing Pokemon with lightning type energy on them free retreat. Mr. Mime will prevent your opponent from using something like Acerola, and then Wobbuffet will disable Prism Star cards. Taking a look at the trainer cards and then the energy cards, the skateboard down here is vital to use with Jirachi. Only 8 lightning energy cards total in this deck. That is one problem that I've had with this particular deck, is getting energy into my hand. And overall, I'm not a huge fan of this deck. I definitely prefer the Pikachu and Zekrom GX version of this deck much better. The problem with this deck is that outside of Tapu Koko GX, it definitely takes at least 2 attacks to knock out GX Pokemon, so it is a little bit slower of deck overall, even though it can attack and do a fair amount of damage very quickly. Let's head on over to Versus and see what's out there. This deck is weak to fighting type Pokemon for the most part. Since the games may take a little bit longer, might only be able to get 2 in this particular video. Dragon, Psychic, Metal for this particular deck. I did win the coin flip. That was a surprise. Zapdos. I'm going to have to put Zapdos out there. Mr. Mime really doesn't do too much. I guess it is helpful in that Zapdos, for example, can't knock out anything in 1 attack for the most part. Do have a skateboard, so I can get Jirachi out there. Now this is a Malamar Ultra Necrozma deck that I'm facing. Ultra Necrozma is weak to Fairy type Pokemon, 190 for its HP. Let's see, I really can't do very much here. Let's get something on the bench. Could get Eevee or a Jirachi. Let's do this. I could put out a Zeraora. What else do I have down here? Anything? Not really. I'm going to try and get Jolteon set up pretty quickly here. Go like that. Attach the energy, use Energy Evolution, evolve it into Jolteon. Hopefully my opponent decides to use Marshadow because I really can't do anything right now. Hopefully I draw into an energy next turn to be able to use Thunderous Assault and actually do 10 damage. I do have Guzma in hand, so that's nice. I'm going to have to pass. Lack of energy, like I said, is the main issue with this deck. Here's a look at the Ultra Necrozma, and they're also using Giratina. I saw them discard it just now. Get their Inkay set up. They can move Psychic Energy cards from the discard pile to their bench Pokemon with Malamar. There's a Malamar they discarded. They can pull out that Giratina and do 20 damage total to 2 of my bench Pokemon. There's Jirachi, Stellar Wish, just like I use in my deck. Photon Geyser, discard all basic Psychic Energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 80 more damage for each card you discarded in this way. Fighting type weakness with Jolteon, and then a lightning type with Zapdos. There's another Jirachi, and they did pass as well. There's a Jolteon. I really can't do anything. Guzma up something. Well, if I had an additional energy card, I actually could do something. But with that being said, I do have an Electropower in my hand, which is useful. Let me Guzma up the Inkay, and then I'll use Electropower to be able to knock out the Inkay. I could start softening this one up a little bit, Ultra Necrozma. I think that is what I'm going to do. So Electro Bullet, soften up the Ultra Necrozma, and Mr. Mime in this case may come in handy. There's another Electropower, and that is one reason that Jirachi is used in this deck, to go and get a Skateboard and Electropower. So there's Lily. They can Lily for 5 cards right now. They're going to switch the other Jirachi up so they can get another trainer. I would use Lily first, like they're doing. Should be able to get another Inkay on the bench. If I had a Guzma in hand, I'd attack the Inkay again. There's another Inkay they're probably going to get with Mysterious Treasure. I have had some comments on some of my online gameplay videos. There's no strategy behind Guzma at all. Well, this deck is based on switching out your active Pokemon quite often to make it so that Zapdos can do more damage. They're passing again. They have 3 Inkay set up. I could knock out the Jirachi. Is there anything else I can do? No Jirachi on my bench. I may play Mr. Mime. I think I am going to do that to prevent my opponent from healing Ultra Necrozma. I can do this. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. I could have also retreated the Jolteon GX and then attacked with Zapdos, which could have been an option, but then it was that much easier for Ultra Necrozma to knock out Zapdos. Let's see. I'm just going to use Headbolt, or I could use 2 Electropower, but I'll pass on that. Swift Run GX. I'm going to save the GX attack for Tapu Koko. There is the Tapu Koko Prism Star. No energy cards in the discard so far. You put that down on the bench, and then you can move 2 lightning energy cards from your discard pile to your bench Pokemon. So my opponent needs an escape board to get Jirachi out of the active Pokemon spot. Right now, 180 is what Ultra Necrozma can do. With a Choice Band, if they have one, they'd be able to knock out Jolteon, and there is the Choice Band they were able to get with Stellar Wish. They just need to be able to retreat Jirachi. So now they're getting their board set up. There's the Choice Band, and there's the Marshadow Let Loose. They're trying to get that switch card still. Need to get a switch or an escape rope. Guzma won't do anything for them. They might not be able to get it. How many energy do they have here? 1. They had to pass. Now if I could... Ooh, boy. If I had Guzma, I do have Guzma. I might be able to do this here. I might be able to knock out the Ultra Necrozma. I might be able to. So if I Guzma up something, I think I have it exactly. Hopefully my Tapu Koko GX is not prized. I should have checked on that earlier. So let me do this. Guzma up the Ultra Necrozma. Really doesn't matter what I put up here. Ultra Ball the 2 away. Yep, that's what I'm going to have to do. Do I have it? Uh-oh. There it is. So I will get the knockout right here. I'm going to go like this. Yes, I would like to move both energy. I'm going to go like this. And then I can use Tapu Thunder GX. Boom! There is the knockout. 2 prize cards left. Feeling pretty confident. Nice to turn over that Cynthia. Unfortunately, my opponent can quickly set up another Ultra Necrozma if they have one. There's the Stellar Wish. They are getting the Nest Ball. They're going to get another Ultra Necrozma more than likely. There it is. And they can knock out the Tapu Koko GX right away. But still, I'm down to 2 prize cards, so I definitely have a chance. Using 4 Guzma in this particular deck. Have only used 2 so far, just saying that I can Guzma up the Malamar or the Marshadow and knock it out with Jolteon in 1 turn. They still need a switch card, so they're going to just scoop. They don't have it. There is a game 1 win. Very pumped up about that win, just because I was able to utilize the Tapu Koko GX. Nice. That is a great feeling. Let's go on to battle number 2. Let's play. Wasn't feeling very confident, but then I drew right into the Tapu Koko GX. Had the Guzma in hand already. What type of deck are we facing? Lightning, Psychic, Grass, Dragon. I did win the coin flip. I'll go first. Let's see, I'll start with Jirachi in the active. A good start here. No trainer help, but Stellar Wish may do it for me. Since I am going first, I'm not going to put any bench Pokemon out there. So this is another lightning type deck potentially that I'm facing. Now I can put all this out there. No energy again. That is the problem that I've had with this deck. Stellar Wish. That's disappointing. Not much. Could get an Electropower. Guzma won't do anything. Have an Electropower in my hand already, so let's get Nest Ball. And then let's put out the Zera Aura for free retreat. Next turn, I'll have to hope that I can get some type of draw support. So I'll have to pass. Jirachi stays asleep, no big deal. It can still use its ability next turn. Zera Aura is mainly for its ability, but it can do a fair amount of damage when attacking. So this is a Vikavolt. This may be a Rayquaza GX Vikavolt deck. So I do want to knock out the Grubbin pretty quickly. Vikavolt will allow you to accelerate 2 energy cards each turn into play. And then Rayquaza GX can do major damage depending on how many energy you have on all of your Pokemon. Grass and Lightning. It was one of my favorite decks when the set was released and right before Lost Thunder. Take a look at this one. Tempest GX can definitely help your hand get set up. They use Stormy Winds. They're going to accelerate a grass energy to Rayquaza. They could actually use Tempest GX right here, and I have no way to stop it. Probably going to get Lily and then get 8 new cards. Shaman, very good in this deck as well. They didn't get anything? They're just going to scoop. That's a little bit strange. They must have prized the cards they needed. So that's 2-0. It does look like I'll be having 3 battles total in this particular video. So win streak up to 2. More like 1.25. Last game for sure, unless there is a very quick scoop. Dragon type deck again. This is probably another Ultra Necrozma deck. Was able to beat it once, very luckily. Couple of Zapdos. My opponent did get a mulligan. See how many times it takes them to get a basic Pokemon in their hand. My guess, Ultra Necrozma. I'll take an additional card. I may want to do that, but I'm going to hold off for now. There's Jirachi. They're able to get that one in the active. Stellar Wish right away. There's the Giratina. I would have discarded that. Utilize its ability Distortion Door. They're just trying to get more cards in their hand with Lily. It would be a surprise if I was able to beat this deck a second time. Most times I do not have that many energy cards in play where I can just move 3 onto Tapu Koko GX. In-case setup there. I do have Guzma, so I could potentially knock out Inkay right away. It does have Spell Tag on it. That is disappointing. What am I going to do here? I think I might just use Cynthia right away. Let's do this for now. I will get the knockout on Jirachi. Switch that. And then I'll use Cynthia. There's a Jirachi. That is helpful. Plus an energy card. Erica's Hospitality will be nice for next turn. Rescue Stretcher, not bad. Only one Rescue Stretcher I use in my deck. So I'll get the knockout on Jirachi. There's a Lightning Energy, so not lacking on energy so far. I definitely do not like that Spell Tag if you knock out Malamar. 40 damage. They get to dole out. I hated Spell Tag when I was using my Lost Marsh deck. It could take down Natu very easily. They're going to be able to do 130 with Giratina more than likely. They're going to switch. They'll get the knockout on Zapdos. I could go and get a Skateboard with Volkner this coming turn. So I will be able to attack with Zapdos and do 80. We'll see where they put their 40 damage on Giratina. So let's do this. There's Cynthia. So I am going to use Stellar Wish. There's Adventure Bag as well as Escape Rope. I think I want to knock out the Giratina. I'm going to use the Adventure Bag. That way I can get 2 tool cards instead of just 1. So I will put an energy. Do I have an Electropower? That is the problem. I can do 80 damage right now. That would be 120. It would be 10 short. Well, I do have Cynthia. And I do have Volkner. So let's use the Adventure Bag. Go like that. And that. I have not seen an Ultra Necrozma yet from my opponent. I know they have one. And then I either could use Cynthia and hope for an Electropower, or I could just get an Electropower with Volkner. I think I'll take the safer route and just get the Electropower with Volkner, plus an additional energy card. It is a little safer approach. Like so. There's the Electropower. And then I will be able to knock out the Giratina. And right now my opponent can't retreat anything for free. The idea being they put whatever they want in the active, Jirachi in this case, and then if they have an escape board, they can set up Giratina again and then retreat Jirachi for free, do 130, knock out Zapdos. But right now I do have more prize cards taken than my opponent. How many energy cards here? 4, so they have more than enough energy. So there's the switch, so that will do it. They'll pull out the Giratina from the discard, spread damage. They'll just be able to do 10 to Jirachi, I believe. Yep. Set up the Giratina again, knock out the Zapdos, and we'll just go around and around. I may be able to do the same thing. I need 2 Electropowers now. If I had the Tapu Koko Prism Star, I would be able to quickly accelerate some energy into play. It may be more beneficial to actually knock out a Malamar before the Giratina. So they do want to knock out the Jirachi. That is the better move. That was a sound strategy there. That reduces the attack power of Thunderous Assault if it's already in the active Pokemon spot. And there is Marshadow Let Loose. Only good thing is that Viridian Forest is out there for energy. Not much I can do there. I can of course Guzma up something. So now, if I was able to retreat something for free, well, might as well try it. How many escape board do I have? I think I have 2, so I should have 1 left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Guzma up the Malamar. And then I'm hoping on Stellar Wish that I will go and get an escape board. There's 1. Stellar Wish. Electropower. There's the switch at least. So I do have it. Let's see. I'll put another Jirachi out there. And I'll put another Eevee. And then I am going to use Viridian Forest, get rid of the Choice Band, go and get a Lightning Energy. Attach this here. Yes. And then I can go and get the Jolteon. It does 30 damage, so I won't be able to knock out the Malamar. So I am going to have to switch in the Zapdos to get the knockout. They do have Spell Tag on. I would attack with or against the Jolteon GX. They're probably going to spread the damage around, looks like that. So far, it's been a 1-for-1 trade. It hurt that they put that 40 damage from the attack of Giratina on their Malamar. There's another Inkay they want to get set up. 4 cards with Erica's Hospitality. I will be able to attack with Jolteon GX this coming turn, do 110, so I need an Electropower. Wish I had an escape board on one of the Jirachis to be able to retreat it. Jolteon GX does have a free retreat cost, so I'll just promote that. They're going to put the Giratina on the bench more than likely and do more damage to my bench Pokemon. I would have put all 40 damage on Jolteon GX. They still can't knock it out with Giratina. 1 Aceroll I have. So I'll promote the Jolteon GX. Free retreat cost. Nice. So I do get the lightning energy, and I may use the GX attack right here. It might be worth actually putting that down, but I'm going to save it right now. Go like that, and then I am going to use Swift Run GX. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. So if they don't have a Guzma in hand, that will help me. They must have one though, because they promoted the Jirachi, or they have an escape board or a switch. They do need a Guzma though. And they can actually accelerate energy to their active Pokemon, so that's another reason they promoted the Jirachi. They need Guzma. So hopefully they use a supporter other than that. There's a switch. That's not going to matter. Certainly feel free to switch. Oh, and there is the Guzma. That's disappointing. Use that GX attack for nothing, but I will be able to knock out... Ooh, I won't be able to knock it out here. I need an Electropower. How many have I used? Only 1. I have 4 in the deck, so it's potentially possible to get an Electropower top card of the deck. Promote. What should I promote here? Let's see. They want actually the... I don't know why they put the 40 damage on the Giratina. And there is the Electropower. Nice. So 110, it really doesn't matter anymore. Let's see. It doesn't make much sense there. I am going to put the energy card here just so I can retreat it. And then I'm going to use Headbolt. I have the Electropower, so it can do 140. I will be able to knock out the Giratina. So I may win this game unless they have Ultra Necrozma. And there they're going to get the Ultra Necrozma, I bet. They're going to put that in. There it is. That is the game. So a good game by my opponent. They saved their best card for the end. So they should be able to, as long as they can retreat the Jirachi, which I guess so far they can't, but they just need an energy card on it. Thought I might pull this one out, but 2-1 overall. And there is the switch card. Well played by my opponent. So 2-1 overall with this deck. Was hoping that GX attack on Jolteon GX would work and they wouldn't be able to attack. If that was the case, I think I would have won. So not bad from this Zapdos Jolteon GX deck that placed 6th at the Denver Regional Championships. I'll show the deck checklist one more time. And as always, if you have suggestions for me on decks that you'd like me to build and battle with, please let me know in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, this video has concluded. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, before you go, make sure to check out all the links in the description of this video, including links to my blog, Facebook, and Twitter pages. So thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.